All right, make sure audio's working. All right, all right, audio is working and we are ready to go. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Malin. Welcome back. This is part 5, aka season 5 of the Madden 26 Dallas Cowboys rebuild. We are getting ready to start the 2029 season, of course, in the preseason. And I got to tell you, the roster is in much better shape than it was to begin last season. Yes, last year was a playoff season, but yet, same result we had a couple of years ago. We lost to the Vikings in the first round of the playoffs, and it was ugly fashion to end, to say the least. Dak Prescott, I threw an interception with him. There was a pick six where we lost the game. If we run the football, we would have probably run out the clock and been able to win the game. We are in 5 years into this rebuild, and I have yet. This is one of the hardest Cowboys rebuilds that I've ever done. We have yet to win a playoff game in this rebuild, but I'm hoping that this season is the season that can finally be a breakthrough season for us. Now, the team is starting to kind of look unrecognizable in certain ways in terms of our top players. Some of them are, but some aren't. Dak is still here. Now, his contract was up at the end of last season. I thought about moving on from him, but he only wanted to come back on a 1-year deal. He's coming in at an 82 overall, which is a little bit discouraging. To me, this signifies the moment that he's going to start to regress, which is why in the first round this year, we drafted this guy, Deontay Wheeler, 79 overall rookie quarterback out of Georgia Tech. At this point, Dak is 36 years old. He's on a 1-year deal. Some part of me believes that he may retire at the end of this season, which is honestly kind of a deal where, like, if I'm lucky, but we will see. Julian Lewis and Carson Beck are the backups, but I think next season is going to be Deontay Wheeler's season to take over as the starter for the Cowboys. Now, running back-wise, Jeremiah Love is up to the 90s. He's a 91 overall. He's been our starting running back for the last few years. We drafted him in the first offseason out of Notre Dame. Jaheim White, Malcolm Tull, and Phil Maffa are our running backs. White's been with us as long as Love has. We drafted the same year. Malcolm Tull was a rookie we drafted this year for depth purposes. And Phil Maffa may be a cut candidate at the end of training camp. Jeremiah Cunningham is coming back as our starting fullback at 64 overall. Our wide receiving core is in better shape than it was last season with a little bit more depth. We still have CD and George Pickens. We still have Ryan Wingo, who's up to an 85 overall now. We did sign Jordan Whittington to a 2-year contract in order to give us some depth at receiver. We still have Eddie Terrell, who we drafted a couple years ago out of North Carolina, although I don't see him sticking on the roster for much longer. And we also drafted Carl Woods out of Clemson, 65 overall, starting out as a rookie. Tight end room, Jay Ferguson is still the starter. Reggie Jackson, we drafted out of Texas A&M, and we also signed Colby Parkinson, so the tight end depth is better than it was in years past. Clay Rayner is up to a 60, which is a little bit better than he was last season, but still not very good. Left tackle, Jude Bowery, is up to an 81 now, so he's actually developed into a pretty legitimate caliber starting tight left tackle. Dylan Warner's going to back him up. Left guard is Tyler Smith, still here. Evan Brown, we signed in free agency to be his backup. Our center for this year is new, Lloyd Cushenberry III, who last played with the Tennessee Titans. 9 years in the league, 31 years old, 77 overall, but he's only here on a 1-year deal. Nick Sanchez got a little bit of playing time last season, and he's a little bit better than he was to start last year, but 68 overall is still 68 overall. I had to get an upgrade, and he's actually injured to start the preseason. Tyler Booker has developed very nicely into an 89 overall. Cash Cleveland is our backup right guard, and he's actually gotten up to 82 overall out of Texas Tech. So I've been very pleased to see his development go in the right direction. Jose Aragon is the third right guard backing him up. Right tackle, Braden Jacobs, has gotten up to an 81 overall, so he's getting a little bit better. The right tackle and left tackle are young guys, but they're starting to kind of come into their own. So for Dak and for Deontay Wheeler, who we hope to take over as the starter next season, those are going to be his starting tackles. And we also signed veteran Miles Hinton, 71 overall, to back up Jacobs. Left edge rusher is new as well. We couldn't afford to keep Donovan Ezeraku, so we got a little bit of a downgrade, a discount, if you will. We signed Jonathan Cooper, 8-year guy out of Ohio State. Last played really with Denver, it looks like. 31 years old, 80 overall, really just as a bridge player. Terrence Springs is still the backup. But we need to get probably another edge rusher drafted. But there really weren't any good there weren't any good rookies that I felt like was worth drafting this year. So we're just going to rock out with him and Peter Woods. Now, Woods is continuing to get better, and he's up to an 85 overall. We just accepted his fifth-year option. And also going back to Jeremiah Love, we accepted his fifth-year option as well. So these two guys are up for big contracts potentially at the end of the season. Maybe not big contracts, but they're up for contracts at the end of this season. And Matthias Francisco, who we had last season, is going to be the backup once again at right edge rusher. We did improve at defensive tackle in the free agency pool. We got 86 Christian Wilkins, 10 years in the league, 33 years old, but is still capable. DeMonte Capehart is getting a little bit better. We still have Toa, Coleman, Moore, Stanton, who we drafted this year as a rookie, along with Wayne McClure. Gabe Jacas has continued to stay steady, about an 84 overall. 68 Willie Gay, we signed as a backup to him at Sam linebacker. Luke Thigpen was actually a Rookie of the Year candidate on defense in the NFC last year. 79 overall is our Mike linebacker, so I think we finally found our starting Mike linebacker for the future. Victor Barton is 68 overall. He's going to back him up once again. DeMarvion Overshown has stayed at a 79 overall for the last two seasons. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep him, especially because Josh Sanchez made some plays for us last year, and he's got the superstar dev. DeMarvion Overshown doesn't. So I think Sanchez may kind of take over in a way. I know his contract will be up at the end of this season, but we're probably going to plan on keeping him over Overshown. We did draft Quentin Durant. He's got the label as a day one starter, future starter, coming in at 71 overall, a little bit of a steal for a late round pick. So our will linebacker depth is looking better than it has in recent memory. Our cornerback room is looking a little bit better, too. Deron Bland is still our starter. Ravel Jr. is up to an 81 now, so he's gotten a little bit better. We did sign a couple of veteran corners in the offseason, Emmanuel Forbes Jr. and Cameron Mitchell, the former Cleveland Brown. Forbes, I think, and Mitchell, I believe, are both on one-year contracts. Mike Reed, who we drafted at Wake Forest last year, really hasn't developed, so I don't know how much longer he will stay. And we drafted Grant Carradine, 61 overall, not too great coming out of Penn State, but corner depth is always good to have. Parrish has already gotten up to a 90 overall, so that was definitely one of the draft picks that we've hit on during this rebuild. 90 overall. He could be up for a payday here pretty soon as far as a contract extension, but we will see. We still have Von Booth, Kelly, and Caleb Schultz backing him up. Ricardo Jones has gotten, well, he was up to an 84 last year, and he's down to an 82. So it looks like that he's kind of in between being a decent tier guy, but still being a little bit low. Nwaka is still the backup, and we still have Brandon Aubrey, and we have Caleb Reinhardt as the punter. And Keon Harris is still our long snapper, basically just as a fill-in guy. This roster, to me, looks capable of definitely making the postseason, if not at least winning one playoff game. That is the biggest goal that I have on the plate for this season as we try to get that elusive first playoff win. We haven't done it yet. This year, I really want to get it done. And unfortunately, Braden Jacobs has a pulled groin. He's out 2 to 4 weeks, so he'll miss the rest of the preseason. And Miles Hinton got hurt too. Oh boy. All right. Well, we need to get some depth at right tackle. So I don't think I'm going to spend too much here, but I'm going to sign maybe somebody who's like on a practice squad. Well, we can't do that yet because we're in the preseason. All right. Well, just because of some depth reasons, let's go ahead and sign Braden Smith. He's on the market, 75 overall, scheme fit guy. Sign him because of the injuries that we have, and we'll go ahead and do that. Let's see here. Let me just adjust the depth chart to make sure that he is plugged in there. Yeah, he's in. Okay. So Braden Smith, we signed to help out with our depletion there. Both right tackles went down. We signed somebody. Got the Chargers this week in the preseason, and we lose to them. But and we got 2 new injuries. Cash Cleveland has a foot fracture. He's out 2 to 4 weeks. That is our backup right guard. Jacobs is still out, and Sanchez out with a broken hand for 5 to 9 weeks. All right, well, let's go ahead and get a backup center since Sanchez is going to be out for a little bit. Top guy is Aaron Brewer. He's a 31-year-old vet. Bring him in. Fortunately, we're not in salary cap hell right now, so we can actually afford to sign players to help us out with the injuries that we have already suffered here in the preseason. So, yeah, Brewer is going to be the backup behind Cushenberry. As far as right guard, we still have Aragon to back up Tyler Booker, so we're going to be okay there for now. We do have to make some cuts at the end of the preseason, though. Taking on the Bills, we haven't won a preseason game yet, and let's see if we get a win to wrap up the preseason, and we don't, so we lose all of our preseason games. We picked up another new injury, and George Pickens has a pulled groin. He's out 3 to 5 weeks. Ugh. Not a bad way to start the season. We've got our second receiver down. Our backup right guard is down, and Jacobs is still week to week with a pulled groin. Sanchez has a broken hand still, so we have starting receiver going to miss the first bit of the season. That's still some more injuries, so yeah, we got to cut. Oh, I forgot to do the cut players. It probably already did for me, didn't it? Yeah, it probably did. Yeah, I mean Moffat was going to be a guy that was going to get cut anyway. Parkinson, we cut the other guy. And Booker's hurt too? Yeah, we cut a bunch of those defensive tackles, for sure. All right, at least we didn't cut anybody that I really wanted to keep. So that's good. We don't have a long snapper, so that's not great. Let's see. I don't even know if there's no long snappers available. All right, well, as far as choosing the draft class, we're going to do auto-generated rookies again because this is too far into the future at the 2030 draft, which will be at that point. Let me take a look at the injury report because I have to see how many guys we have down. Booker is week to week with turf toe. Cleveland's out too, so did we sign a backup right guard? I think I'm just going to ride with Aragon at least for the first few weeks of the season and see what happens. Let's simulate this first game against the Rams. See where we're at. Well, we won our first game of the season, but we picked up another new injury. Ravel has a foot fracture. But Jacques is week to week. Sanchez still has the broken hand. Pickens still 1 to 3 weeks. Well, at least we won our first game. All right, let's simulate to the middle of the season and hope that we're not as more injured than we are now. We've already gotten injuries in the first bit of preseason and the regular season, so we've already been dealt some heavy blows. Not the way I wanted to start what this time I feel like will be Prescott's final season with us. Want to have a good season for him. I mean, I really do. Well, we've started out 4-3. That's about where we were last year at this point in the season. So, I mean, we're not in terrible shape, but things could be a little bit better. We only have one injury, which is Braden Smith with dislocated shoulder. He's week to week, but he's a guy that we picked up to help us out with some of the injuries that we've had. Fortunately, with Shoddy, the approval rating is still average, so we're still in decent shape. Let's go ahead and do some of these upgrades here. Only got 5 points left, so we're going to go ahead and save those. And let's take a look at the negotiating screen and see what contracts are up. Well, Tyler Booker is up for a new deal. So is Deron Bland. And a lot of these guys. We have $136 million. A bunch of guys that we got to worry about for contracts. Fifth-year option guys, Parrish, yes, and Ryan Wingo. We will definitely accept the fifth-year option on those guys. But the highest-rated guy is Tyler Booker, and I want to keep him here. 4 years. All right, exactly the offer I was hoping for. Good. Only takes us down to 114. Deron Bland, he only wants a one-year deal. Just need something else. Okay, well, I guess he wants a little bit more. Maybe a 2-year deal, maybe a player-friendly option. Sanchez, I think. I mean, we have, yeah. So I'm getting Sanchez over Overshown at this point. Good offer. Glad we got the deal done. Yeah, we're taking Sanchez over Overshown, unfortunately. He's higher rated. He's developed quicker. He's going to be our starter fully from here on out. And Ferguson, 85 overall tight ends, don't grow on trees. So $4 million. Can't wait till next year. Okay, he's okay with that offer. Down to 77 million now. Jockus is our starter. I really want to keep him. Offer is perfect. Glad we got the deal done. Okay. Lowry is our starting left tackle. I think he's only going to get better, if I'm being honest. Good offer. Glad we got the deal done. I definitely want to keep him. Down to 59 million. Terrell, you can go. Overshown, you can go. We'll come back to you, Dak, and see, because I don't think I'll make a decision on him until after we get to the retirement screen and see if he's one of those that decides to hang it up. But I do think, regardless, we are going to move on from him. He was willing to take the one-year deal, not for a huge amount of money. At this point, we would just be hanging on for dear life if we were to try to keep him. White is our backup running back. We can get better there. Nwaka really hasn't developed into the strong safety I was hoping for. Coleman is a third stringer. Forbes is really a one-year guy. Wilkins is tempting to bring back for the sake of, maybe I should just try to keep him here for one more year. Be $12 million. It says it's a good offer. He wants it. Okay. But now it takes us down to 34, but 86 overall guy, hard to let go of. Cooper, we can get better there. And everybody else is expendable. We're going to take, except for the guys we're going to pick up the fifth-year option on, and Parrish and Wingo for sure. We're going to pick up the fifth-year option on those guys. It does take us down now to $34 million to spend with. So, yeah, let me go to team salaries really quick and see if I can actually restructure those contracts that I just did. I don't know if I can, but let's see. I probably can't at this point of the season, but I just want to go ahead and check it out for myself. Booker, no, we can't do anything. Okay, so we can't probably restructure contracts until we get to the offseason, but that's okay. All right, NFC East standings. We are behind the Giants, kind of the same deal as last year. Giants are 5-2. We're 4-3. And we have the Carolina Panthers on deck. See if we can get a win against them. And we lose to the Panthers by 21. So that's not good. Let's get back to the good negotiating and see about Deron Bland. He didn't like this offer. This is a 2-year deal. Let's see if he takes this. Exactly the offer. Okay, he wants. Okay, good. I would assume he wanted like a 2-year deal. It takes us down now to $32 million, but we're just going to have to take that and roll with it as far as the money that we can save and get better in certain areas. But at least we got Deron Bland locked in for a few more years. We got him locked in for 2 more years, so that's good. Hopefully I don't think he's going to show any signs of regressing this season, but that remains to be seen. So that's the plan for right now. Okay. All right, and we actually have those Giants coming up in this game. We're 4-4. They're 5-3. Let's go ahead and simulate and see if we get a win. They beat the Giants. And we're playing the Portland Golden Eagles. What happened? Oh, those are the old Arizona Cardinals. They moved. Oh, my goodness. The Arizona Cardinals moved to Portland and became the Golden Eagles. So we're taking on the old Arizona Cardinals, the Portland Golden Eagles. So they moved. Well, I didn't turn off location settings, so even offline teams can move if they want to. Man, 2029, we have a team that actually relocates. This is actually the first time I've played through. And then again, we're like 5 years into the future at this point of 2025. So the whole NFL could look different by this point in certain ways with the players and who the quarterbacks are and things like that. But, man, the Portland Golden Eagles, the Arizona Cardinals are no more. They moved to Portland, Oregon. Well, I don't want to lose to that team. They're 2-6, and we beat them by 18. So, gotten back on the winning ways here. Got a 2-game winning streak, and we are also number 1 in the NFC East with a 6-4 record. So we're doing a little bit better now. Let's go to the injury report. Week to week for Evan Brown with a quad strain. Okay. All right, and we've got a big one coming up on Sunday Night Football against the Packers in Lambeau Field. This will be the week. I think next week the playoff picture will start to be revealed so we can kind of see where we're at. And we lost to the Packers by 8. So that put us back into third place. So the NFC East race is going to be really, really tight this year. We have another division game here against the Eagles. And we beat them by 1 point. Close win, but we got it. All right, great. So now we're third, but Commanders are 7-4, and so are the Giants. We have the Giants after this Chargers game. So I'm going to jump in and play that game for sure. We are in the playoff picture currently as the number 6 seed, so we're looking okay for right now. After this Chargers game, we'll simulate the bye week, and then I'm going to probably jump in and play this game against the Giants because it could very well determine if we win the NFC. Okay, yeah, I got to jump in now at this point. Being now third in a very tight division race, we are no longer in the playoff picture because of that loss, so I got to jump in after this bye week. So we have a bye week this week. I'm going to have to jump in kind of like I did at the end of the year last year and give us a little bit of momentum. Let's check out the injury report really quick to see what kind of injuries we have going in this game if we have any. All right, well, Francisco's our backup edge rusher. He's like the third string guy, actually. No, he's second string. Lead to me with a shoulder strain. That's not good. Coach Central, we got some abilities that we can probably upgrade with Brian Schottenheimer, so let's do that. Let's do it. All right. Very nice. Okay, we can do that for 20 points. Let's do it. All right, cool. Approval rating is average. For Aaron Glenn, it's bad. We'll see. We have the Giants this week. Yeah, this is one I got to jump in and play. I got to jump in and play this one. Try again. Long snapper. Okay, well, let's sign a tight end and turn him into a long snapper. Somebody who's... No, let's not do him. Let's, I want to choose somebody who... Why let's sign him. Okay, we're signing him to the active roster, but we're going to turn him into a long snapper. All right. This is really annoying. All right, we're going to turn you into a long snapper, sir. And we are going to turn you into number 80. What does that rating make him now? Got a feeling it's going to be something really weird. Yeah, he's down to like a 28. But we do have to cut a player because we did that. Okay, well, that's what it is. Hold on a second. Hold on. Deontay Wheeler is up to an 84. Oh, I got to look at something. How much has he had to play? So at some point during the season, it looks like he was put in. Oh boy. Okay. All right. I did not know that that was happening. So as far as, okay, well, he hasn't played this season so far. I don't know why Dak is still, no, I don't want to exit. Looks like the depth chart, Dak is still our starting quarterback. So we're not doing that switch yet. Wheeler hasn't played, and he's going to be brought in if it's an absolute emergency. We're not doing that just yet. We're 7-6, and it's not bench Dak territory yet. If we have no shot at making the postseason, then I would do it, but we're not doing it yet. All right. I know that the overall rating has Wheeler already at an 84. That's good. He'll be able to take over for Dak. But we're not doing that just yet. Me personally, I'm just also not ready. Carl Woods, we're going to have to move you to the practice squad. I know you're a rookie. All right. So here we go against the Giants. Got to win some games towards the end of the season to secure a playoff berth. Kind of like we did last season.
Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition.
It's pretty big.
As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas.
Last season it was kind of a nail biter, but we were able to pull through and win.
Action here as we pick things up early in the first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Love this yards.
Just a 1-yard gain. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup. It's throw. Prescott.
And Dak. Still got some of the rushing. Still some of that running ability.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Oh, go Love, go. Jeremiah Love is to the crib, touchdown, let's go. Big play we needed right out of the gate. Giants being 6-5. I think it was 8. 8-5. And Scadaboo is in for the touchdown.
All right, time for an early game drive here as they look to hopefully set the tempo for the remainder of the game to come. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
For the Pickens, there you go.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Brings up 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Oh, wide open. There we go, Wingo.
That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the drive takes him in the Giants' territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that's the ball incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
The older the Dak's getting, though, he's still been pretty durable. Hasn't really missed time during this franchise because of an injury that I can recall. So, it's been a welcoming sight to see that. Because I don't know if he would last up until this long and throw an interception. That was just a bad read. But our defense is able to make the stop. Let's actually go X slant here. Run it, Dak, run it. Good run. Inside the 4.
Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first. That's good for a Cowboys. Here's Prescott.
Lamb on the slant, got it.
His ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
Nice.
A great play there.
Good way to end the first quarter. It's a 2-minute warning. We've got pretty good field position here. We're inside the red zone. Had a chance here to get a 2-possession lead.
Here's Prescott.
Wingo, come on, run it. Get in, Wingo. Touchdown. Let's go. Perfect. Making big plays out here. We got another chance. 2 timeouts left. Yeah. Let's go for it. Tightrope the sideline. Wingo. Okay. Let's call a timeout. Got 1 left. That play was huge. It's already gotten us into field goal range for Auburn. Ferguson making the grab. Let's go. All right. Ready to go no hope here. Hurry up. We got 1 timeout left, but I don't want to burn it just yet. It's almost another pick. Right. 3rd and 6.
Surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way
CD. CD, TD. Going up 3 scores at halftime. Gives our defense a little bit of breathing room. But the Giants have crept back into this thing in the 4th quarter.
What can this defense do now that their opponents are in the red zone? On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play fake, and here's Dart.
And up 3 touchdowns. Now they got this thing tied up. Still 4.5 minutes to go. Still in okay shape here. Not panicking. Well, I just kind of did by throwing that ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott.
CD. Fortunately, Dak, according to that stat that I saw, not that stat, he's thrown 4 picks in this game. That's one of the reasons why we probably let them back into this thing.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
We get a touchdown here.
Now Prescott.
Huge. Pickens makes the grab. Slam. Another touchdown. So despite the interceptions, Dak has thrown 4 touchdowns in this game.
The task for the defense here is
play
simple.
defense.
Get a stop. They've got a 1-score, 7-point lead. They go play action with Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
I thought I had a chance to get there with Peter Woods, get the sack, but just couldn't quite get there. But Jonathan Cooper gets there for the sack. He's got 3 sacks in this game. Big play there, especially with the game winding down in the 4th quarter. That was huge.
Throwing, Dart. This is caught by Robinson.
And
We've got a 1-score game with inside
all right,
2 minutes.
we're up by
remaining.
7. Giants have the ball. They got what, a 3rd and 4? Yeah, 3rd and 4.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. That one taken.
All right, well, they got the 1st down, but they need a touchdown just to tie this thing up.
Doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on 3rd
Not
down.
panicking too much yet. They run it. Harris wants to make the tackle, but does get the first.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. As of again, with just under 90 seconds remaining. Got his man complete over the middle.
Dude, the linebackers just stop moving.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before.
I don't know what was up. You saw what happened. Like, the Mike linebacker just stopped in his tracks. All right, forced an incompletion this time.
Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout.
That Scatterby wasn't in, but he's down to the 1.
Not quite in. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Come on, guys.
He's back to throw. And it's caught.
And they got the freaking touchdown.
So,
All right. Well, all we need to do
so we drop you into this situation.
go down the
game
field.
is tied, late 4th quarter. This offense starting with the ball on their own side of the
So you get a
field.
field goal.
And they do have all 3 timeouts looking to get into field goal range.
And we have all 3 timeouts left, so I'm not panicking too much. All right, let's throw one of those timeouts. We're down to 26 seconds. Before we got us a big first down.
As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Flushed out right.
Go, Dak. That block.
Nice tackle, a 6-yard.
We're going to have to call another timeout.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I got a chance to get that first, but
He's got Pickens.
dang it.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This is 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott.
Okay.
As he throws there, incomplete.
65-yarder. We got to try it.
Mid-season back in week 9.
All right, well, they're going to call a timeout ISIS, of course.
So they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
All right, come on.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the 2nd half.
A 65-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely
Got it. 65 yards. That's why we keep bringing you back. Aubrey, thank you. 1 second left. Just got to defend the end zone. That's it. Wow. I didn't know if we were close enough. I really was hoping that I was able to hit Wingo on that out route. Get a pick to ice it thanks to Deron Bland. And we're going to beat the Giants. And apparently we actually sweep the Giants this season. So that might help us in terms of getting a shot at the NFC East title this year. We're 8-6. They're 8-6, but we beat them both times. This is definitely an all-time classic, but it's pretty tough knowing that we were up 3 touchdowns, and we let them right back in the game, and it was definitely closer than we wanted to. So. But it is what it is. All right, so let's get ready for our next game. That was a big one, big divisional win. Got some new unlocks. And as far as the division, we are 2nd now behind the Commanders, and we play them this week. So, yeah, I got to play this one too. Ricardo Jones has broken ribs. He's out 3 to 7 weeks. We've got a back strain for Springs, and Nick Sanchez week to week with a back strain. Well, our starting strong safety now 3 to 7 weeks during the home stretch of the season is not ideal. So I'm going to see if I can go and get another strong safety to help us out for a little bit. See if maybe somebody's like on the practice squad that we can sign. Is there anybody on our practice squad that we put on there? No, there's nobody. Sign Quan Scott off the Rams practice squad to our team. So that should help us out with the strong safety depth for the back half of the season. Of course, we're going to have to cut a player, though. Don't know why they try to keep putting Wheeler as the starting quarterback, even though, because, Dak is going to have this one season, but still. And cut Aragon. All right, 8-6 against 8-6. Let me just make sure that the depth chart is correct. Yeah, Dak is in there as the starter, just to make sure that that's correct. Playoff picture, we are back in it as the 6th seed. If we beat Washington, we could have a shot at winning the NFC East this year, which would be pretty big. Let me go to Coach Central really quick. 48, 36 still for Glenn, which is not good, but still. Skill points I could spend, so yeah. We got another home game going up against the Commanders. This one could very well determine if we win the NFC East or not, because based on the way the schedule is, I don't know if we have any NFC East opponents left on the schedule. So therefore, this could be our best chance at winning the NFC East, which we actually, I don't think, have done in the first 4 years of this rebuild. I don't think we've won the NFC East. So that would be pretty big for us if we could find a way to win the division after struggling down the stretch. All right. On offense, got a 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Dak now from the gun.
Love out of the backfield, and he picks up a 1st down. Barely, but he picks it up. 3rd and 10.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Dak throwing again.
We go, Lamb. Great catch. 1st down. We got another 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now it's Prescott again.
Couldn't hold on. Well, I have to take a 40-yard field goal.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This one from an even 40 yards out. Aubrey puts it
Aubrey is true, so we get on the board to start this one. Washington's first possession. Jalen Daniels.
Bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker.
Got a 3rd down and 8 coming up here. So for field goal. Still have Terry McLaurin. And we got a sack right there. We get a 1st down on us.
Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. They send a man in motion. 1st down from the red zone. He brings it in.
Good tackle over, Sean.
They get him right at the line of scrimmage. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 6 yards.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across.
Here we go. Get Terry down. There we go. Nice job. Back Sanchez. 3rd and goal.
7. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels.
Intercepted. Drive killer. Good job, Ron Bland. You get no points. Here we are back on defense. 3rd down and 2, and it's a 2-minute break.
It's 3rd and 2. Now Daniels. He'll make a big play.
I hesitated a little bit with Cooper there.
And he is well clear of that marker. That
Awesome.
effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Shoot!
James.
Ooh, good tackle by Wilkins. Good job.
Because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline, and
Put
so
back.
go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he caught it. Washington on the board. We kick a field goal to end the half.
Landon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Aubrey puts it through.
All right, well, at least we narrowed the gap to 1 point by halftime, but we got to put together a better second half. All right, 3rd and 1. Need this.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Back to the well again. And that short gain
Got it.
is enough.
Barely, but we got it. Oh, didn't fool anybody with the draw play there. I don't really call that very much, but thought that could be something. Bingo runs into the end zone. We've got the lead back. Let's go. But we missed the extra point. We're maybe went for 2 and we didn't get it. That's the 4th quarter. 3:21 left to go.
Daniels now on 1st down. Into traffic, complete. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Daniels.
Ooh, get a sack. Let's go. And that was Cooper and Woods coming together at once. That was great. Talk about putting pressure on them. Gonna make Jalen Daniels uncomfortable. Jaden Daniels.
Back to throw it.
Oh, that's out of bounds. 4th down. They're going for it. Well, not surprised. 2 minutes to go. Down by 5. They need a touchdown. All right, come on, dude. Come on. And up here, incomplete. Good defense. Almost got there with the sack, but we also forced the deflection. Let's go, D. That's just what we needed. Big play. Very clutch moment there.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. Can't slip that initial
well, we got to make them
made
use
for
the
no gain on
timeouts.
that 1st down play. Now after that play, we have somebody
Just
banged up down there. Injuries
trying to learn from the mistake that I made in the playoff game. If I throw any pass, have it go over the middle, guaranteed to make the clock continue to run, even if it's 1st down or 2nd as well.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Prescott takes off with it.
Thought I had a chance to run him down.
He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Timeout taken by
Still want to keep running it to make sure the clock keeps running.
It's 2nd and goal.
And White gets down to the length of the football line. I don't know. The half-yard line, whatever they call it. Yeah, the half-yard line. It's like
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've
inside zone. Come on.
up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
And White, the backup running back, gets in and puts this one on ice. Let's go. Up by 12, 19-7. Got this one in the bag.
Injured time. Gotta have it on this fourth down. And it's
Way off.
They tied up their back.
That was 4th down, too. So we beat the Commanders in kind of an ugly game, but 19-7 is the result. We moved to 9-6. Washington has now dropped to 8-7. So I definitely feel like our chances of winning the NFC East just went up dramatically by winning this game. So we got a chance to finally at least do something I haven't done in this rebuild yet, which is win the NFC East. So there's something there. Of course, if we win the NFC East, then we're going to have our playoff spot locked up. We are number 1 in the division. Giants are 8-7. So are the Commanders. Eagles are 6-9. They are out of the race. We got a new ability unlocked for Reggie Jackson. Okay. Supercator, Steamroller, Tireless Runner, Spin Cycle, Armbar. Will recover from wear and tear. Okay, so we'll keep it at that. So it looks like the rookie Jackson who we drafted, as far as tight ends, he's already improving. That's good to see. And now we've got the Seattle Seahawks. They are 6-9. How many games do we have left in the season? We only have 2 weeks left in the season. You know what? I want to play these last 2 games because I want to end with a better record than we have at just 10 wins. Let's try to get to that 11-win mark. We've got another home game. So schedule builders were a little bit favored towards us in this one. Taking on the Seattle Seahawks, I believe that Jared Goff is now their starting quarterback. He moved on from Detroit. Kind of ironic because in one of my Seattle Seahawks rebuild, I think on the PS4 Madden 23, I want to say, we were doing a Seahawks rebuild and I traded for Jared Goff in the last year of the rebuild to try to get better at the quarterback position. It didn't quite work, but still. Well, Seahawks get on the board first with a field goal. It's our first offensive possession.
Forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. First down. Here's Dan.
Lamb outside. Picks up an easy first down.
He's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Hand off to the back.
Jeremiah Love fights his way into the end zone for the touchdown. It's like we started the last game. Jeremiah Love touchdown. Got another red zone opportunity coming up. It's 1st down.
1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll give it to him inside.
Here we go, Love. Good one.
Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd and 10. From the gun is Prescott.
Ferguson, juke inside, picks up a first down.
For a gain of 6, that's
Perfect.
to make it 1st and goal.
Good lead guy. Up the middle, and Love can't quite get in. So we got it.
They stall him out short. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Go to him again. And this
Still can't get in.
either. The front held up.
And Tyler
And
Smith
now we'll
got
get a
over
pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong.
Lamb gets it on the slant for the touchdown. Easy as pie. We're up 14-3 on the Seahawks, but they did just score a touchdown. But we got a chance to go 2 minutes here. We have all 3 timeouts.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott.
Lamb hauls it in. Let's go. That's a grown man catch right there, man. Heck of a play. Don't want to burn those timeouts just yet.
Going on first is Prescott.
Ah, that could have been
Nearly
a
picked it. So couldn't
disaster.
hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down. Back to the air. Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing again. Prescott.
Sacked.
Pressure, and they got him. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. He has it at the 22.
At least made a pretty good tackle.
Return amounts to much. They bring him.
We got a chance at a field goal to end the half. Seahawks didn't do anything with their drive. We have the best kicker in the NFL.
It's a deep shot for him from that left hash.
Good job, Aubrey.
And this kick is
We are going to go up by 7 points at halftime. Feeling okay. Got another good drive going here.
Now it's first and goal. Now a give on the counter.
Love finds Pater for his second rushing touchdown of the day. Seahawks get a field goal. First and goal here, chance to increase our lead and really start to put this game away.
Working inside the red zone.
At Jackson, the rookie, and the rookie gets in for the touchdown. Nice.
I can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on
18-point game. Seahawks are in 4 down.
Desperation time here. He's going deep this time. That's complete.
Did he catch that? Whatever. Seahawks get a late touchdown, but they're going with the onside kick. Still have Michael Dixon.
I think the Seahawks got that one back. Yes, they did.
Every time the CPU tries an onside kick, it just goes horribly wrong. It's always illegal touching. They just don't know how to run it. Then again, I don't know how to run it either. Has anybody ever done a successful onside kick on Madden 26? And if so, how did you do it? Let me know.
Running it after the penalty.
Gets a first down. Just got to really grind out the first downs and get this game over with. We have one more game next week against the 49ers.
And the Seahawks adding an extra
I don't know how Cowboy fans, including me, feel about those guys. And Love gets his third rushing touchdown of the day. Might be a candidate for NFC Offensive Player of the Week. We'll see.
Desperation time here on fourth. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And that's
Incomplete.
in the end zone.
Take over on downs. So we kind of
And this thing of losing
really
such
cruise. I guess cruise is an okay word to use. So we cruise to a 18-point win over the Seattle Seahawks here at home. We are moving on to 10-6 with one more game left. We got a chance to have our best record that we've had of the rebuild, finishing at potentially with 11 wins. And we take on the 49ers next week. I don't know if it's at home or away, but we'll find out. We got a new ability unlocked, receiver radar. So we got a new ability unlocked for a player, Deontay Wheeler. Good to see that there's, let's see, comeback, closer, safety valve, catching, bulldozer, homer. Players will have this ability and easily enter the zone. Let's go homer, persistent. So Deontay Wheeler, I mean, he's already becoming a better-looking quarterback than Dak Prescott right now. I mean, he hasn't, played all season. He's been sitting on the bench, but you know what? It's been good for him to learn because your days, I think, are numbered, Dak. I mean, I know that Wheeler has not played yet. He hasn't needed to play. But But overall wise, Dak, we just got to move on. But he's having a pretty good final season in Dallas. 34 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He's at least having a good year. 1,200 yards for Love for 15 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, our leading receiver in touchdowns is actually Wingo, but Lamb has another 1,000-yard season. Pickens is starting to fall off just a little bit in terms of production, but 710 yards is still good. Our offense has been great with really those three receivers as the main guys. So that's been a relief to see. Right now, we would be locked as the third seed taking on the Atlanta Falcons if the season ended today. Looks like that we are one full game ahead of the Giants. So if we were to beat the 49ers, we would win 11 games, and we would more than likely win the NFC East. The 49ers are leading the NFC West right now at 9-7. They're kind of in the same boat that we are. If we beat them, that could mean a spot for the Rams to take the division. We do have to go win this game on the road, so make things just a little bit on the tougher side, but still. Let me actually give some points to Aaron Glenn here. Let's do some upgrades for him. Oh, I forgot we can't do that. Can we? Actually, we can. Island King. Let's do that. We still have 10. Oh, we only have 10 points that we can spend. All right, so we spent a few points on Aaron Glenn, even though I spent most of them on Shoddy for this really whole rebuild. Tucker Austin is still looking pretty good. But Aaron Glenn, I want to give him some extra boosts with this defense to help us out a little bit. And let me take a quick look in your report. This week to week, 2 to 4 weeks for Ricardo Jones. He's still hurt. But that means both of our strong safeties are hurt. Nicked up. Let's see. Where's the depth chart? Right now, Quan Scott, who we just signed off of a practice squad, would still be the starter. But I want to get another strong safety in here to help us out. Let's get a guy that's like on another team's practice squad. Let's just get another practice squad guy. Let's go with Javier Gabriel from the Jaguars practice squad. Let's sign him to the roster. Give us some help. Of course, we're going to have to cut somebody. Malcolm Troll has gotten up to a 77 overall as a rookie, so he's kind of supplanted Jaheim White as the backup running back. So feels good to know that there's that. I'm going to go ahead and cut Aaron Brewer, even though we signed him earlier this year. But we have our centers back and healthy. So this is the healthiest we've looked all season. Unfortunately, we're looking our healthiest towards the back half of the season. So with our recent free agency signing, it means that we're in better shape at strong safety. We're still going to have Scott as the starter. Gabriel will be the backup strong safety. And now we're going to get ready to play our we haven't clinched anything yet, according to the sheet. So you know what? I'm still going to play this game against the 49ers on the road. Let's see if we can get a win. Playing one of our arch rivals, the 49ers. I'm guessing Brock Purdy is still their quarterback. I know that Christian McCaffrey retired, I think, at the end of last season. So, still looking at probably pretty decent 49ers team. I mean, they're still decent, being 9-7, still leading the NFC West. Fortunately, we got to start this drive kind of backed up a little bit.
Here's our first carry.
Love.
And he's going to be brought down past the 20.
Solid first down to start the game. Inside throw to the rookie tight end. He's got it.
And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards. It's a gain of 7. Brings up on second down. It's down.
Oh, I would have been able to. If I just had a few seconds, I would have been able to hit Jackson.
That one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Shotgun snap for Prescott.
Go Ferguson.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. 18 yards on the connection. That's good for a Dallas first down. Again, Prescott to the air.
And CeeDee Lamb hauls it in over the shoulder for the catch. Nice job.
Up here, first and 10. Prescott again.
All right, 3-yard catch by Pickens.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Throw again. Dak.
Tried to throw it away, but couldn't get away in timing.
Down he goes.
Bosa comes in with the sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak.
Pickens behind.
This one down.
Thought he got behind him.
Lined up in
But not quite. We have self.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Aubrey, pick is...
And Aubrey is true with a 51-yard field goal. Back on offense, our defense didn't let the 49ers score. It's the end of the first quarter. Starting the second with the ball up by 3.
It's the Cowboys with the early edge.
I mean, we had some chances on that first drive to walk away with 7, but we're okay. Still early.
Cowboys possess the football, and they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up.
Slow down. Pickens gets the first. Oof. Warner just threw him to the ground. 3rd and 2.
To the air again. Prescott.
Dang it. Didn't see him.
That might take them out of field goal.
Hate to settle for another field goal, but here we are
For the
again.
field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. They'll put this one down at midfield. That comes out.
Oh, man, they blocked it. Rarely do you see that happen.
That one was out of rhythm from the
Wow.
start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to...
Only 49ers. It's a new life injected in them right
Line
now.
of scrimmage is the 15.
Yep, Brock Purdy is still their QB.
And 10. Now a give up the middle, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Got Ayuk lining up in the backfield.
He'll try again here. Second.
Maybe they're starting running backs. Or
From the gun, it's Purdy. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in.
Ayuk punches it in on a running play. What a crazy world the NFL is now. But we got a 1st and goal situation here. A chance to get the lead before
Back to throw is Prescott. It is
Lamb does make the catch for the touchdown. Instantly get the lead back. Nice. We get another shot, but we're backed up.
pistol now for Prescott. The
Oh.
ball deflected at least a couple of times.
Or to lob it up there so that way maybe Ferguson could catch it. I thought maybe if he caught it, he had a chance to go.
Second down, Prescott. It's made by Pickens. And now the Cowboys will take a timeout as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play.
At the very least, hopefully we can get a field goal
They'll come up to
before the end of the half.
3.
All right, we got a first down. Got out of bounds. Preserve some of that clock. We'll take it.
Out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. the shotgun. It's Dak.
And got it.
Right side, caught by
All timeout, 30
They're
seconds.
going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. First and 10. Now Prescott. Here down the field.
Not the best decision to let me go try to catch him and the guy barreling down on him.
Throwing again, Prescott on second and 10.
Dang it, that was nearly a
Right
catch.
side, but incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now third and 10. Prescott now. This one just too far for the receiver.
That's sailed.
In front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings
Now
up
let's just
third
punt
down.
it.
It doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
And a fair catch is taken.
49ers didn't do anything to end the second quarter. We got the ball. Start the third.
A handoff as they try to run it here. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Prescott.
Ferguson makes the grab in the end zone for the score. That's big, putting us up by 10. 49ers kind of getting back into this thing, though. It's only a 3-point game, and they got the ball. 3:34.
On third down, it's good.
Nearly got a sack. It's 4th and 5. They get a field goal to tie this thing up. Well, we just need a field goal to win this game.
First down, Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll lead to a second down. Here's Prescott.
Over the middle, got it to Ferguson.
Here's tight end
Nice job.
Ferguson. And they'll be set up now.
I just wanted to make sure we got that first down on the way out of this drive.
Back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
And he surges forward for a gain of
Only
about
33 yards today for Love. Tough day on the ground. All right, it's a 2-minute warning. We're tied at 17. We just got to go a little bit farther to get into field goal range. But I don't know.
second down and 5.
I just wonder how much time I can take off the clock because I don't want to leave too much time for the 49ers to answer. We didn't get the first. We didn't burn a timeout.
But a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And let some of this clock tick down. Hopefully we can pick up this first. I'd like to get a little bit closer to kick a field goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys.
We're still not burning our timeouts.
Able to convert on third and short, picking up 4. They'll run here. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Here's second down. Brings up second and 7. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, good block. Go inside. Didn't want to get out of bounds. Okay, now the 49ers start spinning their timeouts.
The Niners use the first of their timeouts.
Clock management been key here. Been able to move this methodically, take plenty of time off the clock. 49ers are now the ones burning the rest of their timeouts.
That is their second. Clock will stop at 35 seconds to go. second down. They run the counter. Now
Solid
they're in
run.
business. Inside the 15-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Cowboys.
Let the clock tick down a little bit.
We're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Timeout.
Now the timeout will be called, so they are
3 seconds left to take a game-winning field goal to end the regular season with an 11-win record. Yeah, I knew they were going to ice it.
And final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
So, 31 yards for the win.
Coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to win the game.
And
This kick
Aubrey wins it. Going into the playoffs with some momentum. Definitely a close game. But hey, these are two playoff-bound teams. So, pretty good win to wrap up the regular season. But it doesn't mean anything if we can't win in the postseason. I'm just hoping this year is going to be different. We've lost to the same team twice in the last 4 seasons that we've been in the last 4 seasons. In the last 2 times we made the playoffs in the first 4 years of the rebuild. Okay. And we got to play the Vikings again? Oh my goodness. This never ends, does it? They're giving us chance after chance after chance. I guess third time is going to have to be the charm. I'm actually going to spend some of these points towards maybe Aaron Glenn this week. Let's really get him some help here. To a level 47 for Schottenheimer. Things are getting a little bit better. All right, well, let's check out the playoff bracket. We got the Saints, the Falcons. Packers got the number 1 seed. We're going to be taking on the Vikings again at home. Rams against the Giants, AFC side. Patriots have the number 1 seed. And then it's the Bengals against the Jaguars, Texans against the Broncos, and the Raiders against the Bills. All right, let me go and check out my injury report. But Bowery has a torn labrum. He's out. Jones is still out with broken ribs. Well, we're going to have Hinton starting the rest of the season. I don't want to move Jacobs over to left tackle. I mean, 72 is not that bad. We got to beat these guys this time. I am so tired of losing these guys constantly every year in the playoffs.
The playoffs are in full swing as we
I'm trying to get Dak his 3rd ever postseason win. As old as he is and as long as he has been in this league, I want to just get him that 3rd playoff win. Cowboys have not won a playoff game in this universe since 2022. I gotta get this. I gotta be on my A game in this one. Yeah, focus.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. That one's caught by Jefferson.
That wasn't
And he's
part of
brought
the
down at
plan.
the 17. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Why did it have to be this team in Canada? It could have been any other team in the NFC that we play in the wild card rounds. Why does it always have to be this team? how it starts. They've got a 3rd down and 5.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down.
He's got it. All right, Ferguson first. Thank you.
Dak now from the gun. This throw is caught.
All right, good job, Ferguson. Into the first quarter, but we've got a solid drive going here.
1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our 2nd quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Cut near the goal line. He'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun is Prescott.
Bingo. Touchdown. All right. Definitely needed that answer. All right, 3rd down and 7.
Play number 7 on this drive. They need 7 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy has a big strike to Addison. And they're going to be set.
Looking deep past Addison, of course.
Here from the 7. Here's Brooks.
Good tackle. Is that Sanchez? Yes, it was. Good read. Good read that.
2nd and goal coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
All right, 3rd and goal.
His internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd and goal for McCarthy.
Incomplete. Way to hold serve defense. Force the field goal. All right, that was. I'm going to count that as a small win. I'm going to count that as a small win for now. All right, Vikings do take the lead once again with the field goal, but us holding them is big. There's not much going on. Got a 3rd down and 2 here in the 3rd quarter.
Situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They pick the hands off. Now Prescott.
Ricky Jackson makes the grab. 1st down. First down situation here. We're down 3.
Thrown back is the handoff.
Let's go for that.
Hey, that's a run that's whole hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Block downfield, Booker. A 1st down set up. Let's go. 1st and goal to go. And Jeremiah Love walks it in. All right. Feeling better now. Here we are in the 4th quarter. We've got the ball. It's 3rd and 6. Just got to get 6 minutes.
Prescott now on 3rd down.
Bingo. Bingo. Oh, that's big. That's big. Every 1st down conversion is huge at this point of the game. 3 minutes to go in this one. By 4.
1st down, and they go right back to it.
Love picks up 8 yards. Vikings are going to start spinning those timeouts.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They give it to him again. It's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Love in again. 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. Up by 11 with less than 2 minutes to go. It's 4th down. This is it for the Vikings.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on fourth down. That's coming. This is Addison.
All right, first down, but still a two-possession game. So the Vikings did score, but they did not get a two-point conversion. So they got to go onside here. And this is not going to go 10 yards. So, yeah, onside kick, once again, does not work for the CPU. We got the ball, and we win.
So it's a win for the Cowboys.
We finally beat the Vikings. Lost to this team twice. We've lost to this team every year we've made the postseason. And we finally beat them. We finally win our first playoff game of the rebuild. It took me until year five to get to this point. And we've lost so many good players along the way that I wanted to be a part of this moment. But the one guy who's still here is the quarterback. And then again, we've got some offensive linemen like both the Tylers and CeeDee Lamb too. But for Dak, this was big. It won't help his overall record in the playoffs, but you know what? It's his third playoff win. I wanted to get this for him if we don't do anything else for the rest of the postseason. But it's not over yet. Now we got to go to the round that has tortured this franchise for the last several years, and that's the divisional round. Spent some points on Schottenheimer there. As far as the approval rating, it's up to 61%, which is very good. It's better. The coaching staff is looking better, and so the fans are still in the red, so not very good, but still. Let's take a look and see. You know what? Let's take a look at that weekly recap. I want to see this.
Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is
our first playoff win of the rebuild.
Recap.
I'm going to kick back and watch it like it's Sports Center. I don't really watch these very much, but I still like the presentation.
To take on the Minnesota Vikings. And here's the home team's running back. He'll get into the end zone, a 3-yard rushing touchdown.
Broncos against the Texans. Broncos made the playoffs with a losing record of 8-9. This is all action from the wild card round. And it looks like the Broncos go into Houston and upset the Texans 37-27. So they're moving on to the divisional round. So congratulations to the Broncos.
The Broncos
got the Bills against the Raiders. Raiders are 9-8, winning the AFC West, or maybe at least getting there. Looks like the Raiders they still got Ashton Jeanty, but it looks like they got a new quarterback going up against the Bills team, and that was a shootout, 51-45.
Gets past the line of scrimmage.
Looks like Anthony Richardson is their new starting quarterback, the former Colts quarterback, now turned Raiders quarterback.
Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.
And that's the weekly recap, including our action. So we beat the Vikings. We finally conquered that demon of beating the Minnesota Vikings, but we still have a chance to go the distance. We just wanted to get past that first round. Now, let's take a look at the injury report once again. Now, Bowery could come back later in the postseason if we get past this round. That's another thing. We had to do it without our starting left tackle against the Vikings as well. But we got it done. So now we got to go up and play the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. First things first, I want to take a look and see what the New Orleans Saints roster kind of looks like, because I want to imagine that things have changed for them. So Garrett Nussmeier, who they drafted a few years ago, is their starting quarterback, and he is up to a 95 overall. And they still have, looks like Spencer Rattler on their team, although he's down to a 73. Dylan Sampson is their starting running back. No more Alvin Kamara. Chase Brown is their backup, and Ray Davis is their third-string running back. But Sampson looks like he's developed into a pretty decent running back after spending his first year in Cleveland. Wide receiver, they still have Chris Olave. Bryant Wesco out of Clemson is their second-best receiver at 90 overall. Eric Rodriguez, a rookie out of North Carolina. They have Ricky Pearsall, the former 49er, 81 overall. All their receivers are at least above the 80s. Jordan Watkins is an 80. Jack Indries is their tight end, 83 overall from Texas. I believe he is a real player, if I'm not mistaken. Their offensive line, they got an 88 Kelvin Banks Jr., left tackle, 83 guard, 78 center, 83 right guard. The right tackle's 82, 89, 89, 89 again, 79. Saints are looking pretty good. Kool-Aid McKinstry is a 92 overall corner. Justin Reed, and they have Jalen Kilgore, Ryland, Tommy Townsend. Yep, this Saints team is looking pretty good. No wonder they won 14 games. And I assume they won the NFC South. They did, and they won it by 4 games. So this is one of the best teams in the league. They have the same record as the Packers, but I think the Packers maybe beat them in the regular season, so they got the number 1 seed. Of course, we're going to eventually have to play Green Bay if we want to get to the Super Bowl. I'm pretty confident. But let's see if we can pull an upset on the road against the New Orleans Saints in the postseason. We finally conquered the demons of not being able to beat the Minnesota Vikings, and we've got Dak's 3rd playoff win. Let's see if we can get his 4th playoff win and finally win the first divisional round game in the history of the Cowboys since 1996. 1995, actually. Oh, boy. It's going to be tough coming into the Superdome here, but we're out here. Let's go out and do it. Okay, now the wrong one's back.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Pickens, open for the first down to the 1. That's a big boost that we needed.
5 with 6 points.
A lot of precision being shown on
All right, let's try to punch this one in.
They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be
oof. That guy was ready for that play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. At the Saints' 3-yard line. And they'll run again. And he's not going to.
Man, Love got shoved way back. Well, actually, they marked the forward progress, so he's only down at 3.
Defense stand tall again. 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw.
Wingo on the slant, touchdown. We've got the lead to start the game off here in New Orleans. All right, defense.
Time for this defense to try and stiffen as they'll try here to defend a 1st and 10 situation.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty poetic for Nussmeier to be drafted by the Saints. You know, LSU, New Orleans Saints connection, Baton Rouge, and all that. It makes perfect sense. Like, I feel like that would be a real-life scenario that the Saints could think about with drafting Nussmeier at the end of this season. I mean, Tyler Shuck, they drafted to be their potential franchise quarterback, but who knows? You know, there's still plenty of question marks around the current state of the New Orleans Saints. There's been questions about the quarterback position ever since Drew Brees retired, and that's a fact. Derek Carr didn't really become what they thought he was going to become when they made the trade for him from the Raiders. So, the Saints are just kind of floundering in real life right now. But getting Nussmeier, I mean, he's up to a 95 in this Madden universe, so that tells me that, hey, they got something there with the franchise QB, him. Woods nearly got home, but Olave was so wide open. Riddell was playing off coverage there and left him open for the touchdown. 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
And
These guys made in stride complete.
Saints get another first.
First and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. First and goal at the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it.
Missed the inside, and that's a touchdown for the Saints. And they get the lead. They're going to go once again. Offense is kind of fading a little bit in terms of being able to do anything. It's 4th down. I guess they'll kick it from here.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is...
We're going to have an uphill battle to climb in the second half. 17-7 at the half. But we've got the ball, but we got a 3rd down and 10 here. Obviously.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Lamb catches.
Broken up.
Oh, we dropped it. Thought he had that.
They're on 3rd down.
All right, well, look, we're still got a lot of football left. Let's take the points we can get for right now. Kick this field goal. All right, Brandon Aubrey gets the field goal to cut the lead down to 7. We're not out of this yet, but we need to come up with a stop on defense. And unfortunately, the Saints have been able to drive the ball at will on us. So, if anything, this is proving we might still be a long ways away from actually competing for a title. But at least we're good enough to be a wildcard team in the NFC East. Things are tough.
It's been a strong drive here, 2nd and 11. At the 19-yard line. They're going to look to throw. A quick shuffle pass here is complete. And they'll work this
7.
to the 15 for a pickup of 4. It's a gain of 4. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Go Woods. Great job. Oh, no, that was Cooper. I'm sorry. Cooper makes the sack. And now makes him settle for a field. That was a big sack right there because, you know, you can get a field goal, so they won't get a 14. Down by 7 going into the 4th quarter. They're about to kick a field goal. We have to be at our best in the final quarter. That was a big sack by Cooper. They get that first down. We're looking at a 14-point deficit easy. 4th and 18.
Well, they're not going to get it in the end zone on this drive, but a field goal here in the 4th quarter would make this a 1-score game.
We got to be smart and take our points, so we're going to take another field goal. It narrows the gap to 7, but on defense, we have to make a stop. All right. We honestly I really didn't want to see him score any more points. It's going to be a 10-point game, but get a good tackle right there.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. At the Cowboys' 17-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone.
Garrett Nussmeier scrambles for a touchdown. And honestly, probably all but puts this one on ice.
Points here to get back in this football game. They can start to chip away right now.
Let's see.
And that is
Can't catch him.
Now the coverage a little too good there. And 2nd down. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Prescott.
Go for a go.
He's got him in wide open.
Oh, I was really hoping he wasn't going to get caught like that. But, all right, let's go no huddle here. We're gonna pick this up. Speed things up. We got to get in the end zone quickly.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
Come on, Pickens. Hold on to that damn football.
It's 2nd down. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Just keep fighting.
Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of finding him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To the air again, Prescott.
Ames got it down to the 1, the 2 actually.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Here's Prescott.
All right, touchdown Lamb. Okay, not dead yet.
Well, this defense already down on the scoreboard here in a one-score game.
Play aggressive
They
here.
need a stop. They need a quick stop.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Far out in front, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Play 7. I would imagine they would just run the football here.
They'll drop the throw.
Oh, we get a sack. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He lets it go deep.
Oh, man. We got a pick. Oh, my goodness, Ravel, we got a pick. Although we got to drive a long distance for the tie.
Their own 9-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dak.
I'm just going to take what I can get. I thought about going up to CD, but he was pretty well covered. I didn't want to risk him. Not at this point.
To throw, Prescott. He's got Pickens complete.
All right, I don't want to rush through those timeouts, so let's keep 2 of them in the back pocket.
Talk over what to do next. Here's Dak. That's complete to Lamb.
Right up the middle, good job, Steve.
Tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Prescott. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Stupid.
And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time in the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks, because they know what the situation is, and so throw the interception.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. A 7-yard pickup. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Well, once again, just like the old tale, Dak can't win in the divisional round. Cowboys can't win in the divisional round. Doesn't matter who the coach is, although it took Brian Schottenheimer 5 years just to get to this point.
So much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope.
I can't believe that's how Dak's time as a Cowboy is going to end with throwing an interception.
Let's see how they handle
I really wanted the opposite. I didn't really know if we were going to have enough to win this game, but we were competitive throughout. We only lost by 7. We had a chance to come and drive the field for the tie. I just made a terrible decision with not knowing that linebacker was there, threw it right to him, stared down, I think, CD there, and we're going home. So the rest of the playoffs, the Jaguars beat the Bengals, the Broncos beat the Texans, the Raiders, of course, beat the Bills, and then the Jaguars, they go and beat the Patriots. The Raiders beat the Broncos pretty badly. And then it's the Raiders against the Jaguars in the AFC Championship, and it's the Packers against the Saints in the NFC title game. Packers beat the Rams, and, of course, the Saints beat us. And that's the way it is. But our approval rating is still good. Fans is still pretty low, but still. We're in better position than we were. We won our first playoff game of the rebuild, and, not all crazy. Not all hope is lost, because we've got a very good quarterback waiting in the wings. I feel confident that he's going to be ready to take over the reins for Dak Prescott. He's already up to being in the 80s, and he hasn't even played this season. I'm sure he's doing a lot of good things in practice, and I think that's probably what's helping out his cause the most. Let's check out the Pro Bowl roster. Dak made the Pro Bowl in what, this time I'm going to say it, is his final season as a Dallas Cowboy. And we also had Jeremiah Love. He made his second Pro Bowl. Hunter Lipke, our former fullback, actually made the Pro Bowl this year. CeeDee Lamb made it. Jake Ferguson made it. Our offense, once again, was just as electric as it was last season. Even our left tackle, Bowery, he made the Pro Bowl. So did Tyler Smith. So did Tyler Booker. And our starting right tackle, Jacobs, even made it. I think with the offensive line, the way that it's constructed, we're going to be set up pretty well for the future with our new quarterback. We just got to get some more weapons on this defense. Wilkins made the Pro Bowl this year. And looks like that Ron Bland made it. So we had a lot of Cowboys in the Pro Bowl this year. So, all right, then. Let's see who is getting, let's check out the yearly award winners. Looks like it's going to be the Raiders and the Saints in the Super Bowl this year. Definitely a matchup no one saw. Well, at least we can say we lost to the team that made it all the way to the Super Bowl, so there's at least that. The MVP went to Lenoris Sellers of the Rams. Coach of the Year is Lewis Fox of the Saints. As far as the MVP race, there were no Cowboys in the running. Coach of the Year, Schottenheimer actually came in 5th. On the NFC side, Offensive Player of the Year, Jaden Reed of the Packers. Jeremiah Love actually came in 8th, and CeeDee Lamb came in 10th. Defensive Player of the Year, Micah Parsons finished 4th in that category. Looks like he's not showing any signs of regression. And Offensive Rookie of the Year, Reggie Jackson getting a few votes at number 10, our backup tight end. Defensive Rookie of the Year, no Cowboys in contention for that. Best QB, Dak finished 6th. Best running back, Love finished 2nd behind Saquon Barkley. Best receiver, Lamb actually finished 5th. 4th, Ryan Wingo. So Ryan Wingo getting a little bit of love there. Best offensive lineman, Tyler Booker finished 4th. And Tyler Smith finished 10th. Best defensive lineman, nobody. Best linebacker, no Cowboys in here. Best DB, Deron Bland came in 7th there. Best kicker, Aubrey finished 9th. So that's the way that it is. All right. Let's advance to next week. Let's see who won the Super Bowl. It was the Raiders. So the Raiders win their first Super Bowl in Las Vegas, and it's their 4th world championship overall. And the MVP is Jack Beach, former TCU wide receiver of the Raiders. He is the MVP. The quarterback, Lenoris Sellers, who was the quarterback of the Rams, he was the NFL MVP. Lewis Fox wins Coach of the Year from the Saints. Jaden Reed won Offensive Player of the Year overall from the Packers. Dylan Stewart, right edge rusher, Defensive Player of the Year from the Bears. And the Offensive Rookie of the Year was Eric Rodriguez of the Saints. Mike Weber won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Bengals. Let's check out the retirements. Joe Mixon is retiring. Aaron Brewer signed with the Vikings after we let him go. We have any retirements? Dak Prescott is retiring. Y'all can't see it on camera, but I'm giving him the salute. And I know this is just a video game, so getting sentimental probably isn't the best thing to do. But Dak, I know that this wasn't the way you wanted your career to end. I'm glad that I was able to get you one more playoff win before you retired. Thanks for everything. But I promise you, we've got a good rookie quarterback in the wings ready to take over for you. And we will win a championship with Deontay Wheeler as our starting quarterback, the former Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. Other retirements, guys that we picked up in free agency did retire: Braden Smith, Lloyd Cushenberry, and Evan Brown. I expected those guys to either retire or not be brought back anyway. All right, so now that we've got retirements out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the offseason. All right, so let me take a look at what players we may need to look at bringing back. Let's accept the 5th-year option for Coy Parrish. Same thing for Ryan Wingo. He's up to an 87 now. That's pretty good. We have $27 million to work with, but I really don't think I'm going to be bringing back anybody that I see in front of me. I think everybody is pretty expendable here. We can get upgrades there. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and advance through this stage and get to the offseason. But before we do free agency, we're going to go ahead and take a look and see which contracts we can restructure to free up some room. We got $38 million right now. We actually can't restructure CeeDee Lamb. Got luck. Can we restructure him? Nope. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Can we not restructure anybody? Okay, we can restructure Parrish. Just taking the 5th-year option on him, but we can restructure. That's good. Booker. Yep. We have $1.93 million. It's not much, but it'll help. We can restructure Deron Bland. That'll free up $3.9 million. Kind of slim pickings for contract restructuring. Ryan Wingo. Yeah, we have 700K. Woods. Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboy Nation, this is your new starting quarterback, Deontay Wheeler. I'm impressed that he's already up to an 85 overall going into his first season as the projected starter. And we're not backing down on that. He will be our starting quarterback going into this season. But for now, we just got to find a way to rebuild enough around him to get this team into shape to be able to truly compete for a title. Restructure Ferguson. That might be all the restructuring we can do. Not nearly as much cap space to work with as last year, but it's something. Good thing is that we have a quarterback that's good, that's waiting in the wings, so we don't need to worry about going out and spending a bunch of money on a QB to replace Stack. Julian Lewis, 78 overall, is not that bad for a backup quarterback. We do need another third-string running back because Malcolm Toll has taken over as the backup running back. Looks like it was a pretty good pick out of Georgia. We could get better at fullback, if I'm being honest. We could use a guy in the 70s. Got 289 receivers in Pickens and Wingo now. We're still going to have Whittington for one more season. And we've got, those guys. Jackson has developed pretty well as a rookie. Reiner, 761 overall. Udroy, Hardy. Could use a backup left guard. Sanchez has gotten up to a 70. That's promising, but could use more than that. Left edge rusher, that is definitely going to be a need in the offseason. Defensive tackle, we're not looking too shabby in. I would like to get a guy in the 70s as a backup. Could use maybe one more corner for depth. Backup strong safety. Yeah. So we don't really have but let's see what's out here. Joe Burrow's a free agent. I'll be. We need a left edge rusher, though. That's what we really need. Anybody decent out here? Danny Dennis Sutton is out here. But you know what? Let's not break the bank too much. We got $36 million. Lucas Van Ness is out here, and he doesn't really want anything too expensive anyway. Obviously, he's looking at regressing, it seems like, but that would give us a starting left end, left edge rusher, which would be pretty good. Ooh, Jake Slaughter. That would definitely give us a pretty good starting center. $4 million, bonus 2 years. That's a pretty good deal. And we are number 1 on his list now. This could give us a chance to really get a legitimate starting center with that idea. Okay, then. Maybe there's some corner depth out here we could use. Jaquan McMillan, he wouldn't probably cost us too much. Give him a cheap deal. See if we'll take that. Strong safety, we need a backup there too. I'm torn a little bit with this one. We've gone all the way down to the bottom. You know what? Let's bring back Quan Scott. A team-friendly deal for 1 year. Let's get him back. He was on the practice. We signed him off a practice squad last year. Did some okay things for us, to help with our depth last year. So we'll bring him back. Cheap deal, so for 1 year. All right, $14.7 million. We did need some backup offensive linemen, but which ones? Let's see. Let me go refresh myself here. Left guard, starting center. All right, left guard and right tackle. I'm gonna have to tackle one of these positions later. Left guard, right tackle. Juice Scruggs. Probably be a good idea to go with him. Team-friendly deal for 1 year. He wants a 1-year deal anyway. Backup right tackle. We need one of those. Chase Lunt. Well, we actually can only do 5 out of 5. Okay, well, these are our targets for the first wave of free agency this year. Getting Lucas Van Ness. That would give us a starting left edge rusher for this season, although I would like to be able to draft one to kind of solidify that. I think that needs to be a need for us in the draft this year. Jake Slaughter, there are a few other teams looking at him, but he would be our starting center at 80 overall immediately if he were to come in. Juice Scruggs would give us a backup left guard. Quan Scott, bringing him back, would give us a backup strong safety. Jaquan McMillan, that would give us some depth at corner that we might need. So we're going to go with this for the first wave of free agency. See who we can get. We got Lucas Van Ness, the former Green Bay Packer, to get back from Micah Parsons trade, I guess you can call it. But he still has some left in the tank, even at 29 years old, 80 overall. We got Slaughter, we got Scruggs, and we got McMillan. Okay, so we were able to get all the guys who we targeted. So now let's go after guys at right tackle because we didn't get anybody at right tackle yet. So we need to get somebody. I think is the guy there that I was looking at? Yeah, Lunt. He's still there. I want to go after him. Let's get him in here for a backup right tackle role. Nobody else is really offering him anything, so we're down to $5 million now. We really don't need depth at other positions. I mean, I could use maybe another running back, maybe a third running back. Receiver depth, I'm actually not too worried about. Let's see if maybe there's a solid third string running back. Joe Burrow still has not been signed. He's a 99 overall, and he still hasn't been signed as we enter the second wave of free agency. I don't know what team is going to get him. Wadabuke, meanwhile, gets picked up by the Carolina Panthers. And Alex Highsmith is available. All right, let's go to running backs. Haynes is the top guy that's available, but he's really not interested in coming here. We're looking for a third string guy anyway, so. So we got Travis Etienne or Trevor Etienne. Well, you know what? Travis is only a 79 overall, and he's a scheme fit. Wouldn't cost us too much. Let's bring him in on a one-year deal to help us with our backup running back room. Unfortunately, now we're down to $2 million. We're just going to go with those two guys targeting a right tackle and a backup running back. I thought about bringing back Jaden Blue, but nah. We did get the right tackle, Lunt, and we did get Travis Etienne. 79 overall running back. That'll help us with some depth. And I think that's really going to do it for us in free agency. We have $2 million still left. But let me see now if maybe I can adjust some of those salaries that I already have done with the contracts. Don't know who I can really adjust, but let me just kind of give it a whirl. Yeah, Van Ness is only on a one-year deal, so we can't restructure him. It's here, though, he's showing up as an 81, so that's actually pretty good. Slaughter can be restructured for $1.38 million. Scruggs can't be restructured. Probably ETN can't be restructured, so I'm not going to bother with that. Whittingham also can't be restructured. Okay. All right. So we're going to go with that going into the draft. But first, let me kind of get the numbers straightened out. Well, Travis Etienne, we got number 1 available, so we can wear number 1. It does put him ahead of Malcolm Tull, but it does give us a little bit more stability as far as our backup running back position is concerned. And one thing I want to do now that Dak Prescott has retired, I want to give Jeremiah Love his college number at Notre Dame, number 4. You know, seniority rules, but Dak Prescott is retired. Jeremiah Love can wear number 4 like he did back in Notre Dame. So we're going to make that adjustment. He's wearing number 4 right now. Oh, yeah, fullback was another position I could have looked at as well. Let's see. I don't really know much about Juice Scruggs. That's a pretty good name. Plays for the Texans, it looks like currently right now. Number 70. But I believe Coleman was wearing number 70, but I don't think he's on the roster anymore. Nope. Let's give him number 70 then. All right, and center. Well, Jake Slaughter, I think, is a real player. Plays at Florida, wears number 66, and he's wearing 66 now. So I don't know where he played before. Let me see. Goals, stats. All right, let's see. This will tell us where it was. Oh, so he was drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars starting in 2026. I mean, that makes sense, out of Florida. Looks like he was pretty steady there. I mean, 81 overall center, that's a pretty good get to find, a young guy like him. Chase Lunt. guy looks like he was drafted by the Bills not too long ago. There's number 77. Don't know if 77 available, though. It might actually be. Yep, it is. Nice haircut. So Lund, we're going to give him his 77. Let me see. Lucas Van Ness. I forget what his. I think it's like 93 or something. Where's number 90 with the Packers? Okay. Well, I think 90 is available. No, it's not. So I stand corrected there. I wonder who has 90. Probably one of the defensive tackles. Sebastian Enriquez. We're going to change your number to something random. You're a fake player anyway, so we're going to change you to 95. I want to take a look at Lucas Van Ness really quick. So he's been a Packer his whole career up until 2027. He went to Washington for 1 year. Didn't really do very well. He only had 1 sack the whole season. He went to Houston the next year, had just 10 tackles, no sacks. Goes back to Green Bay, and he has 7 sacks. So once he got back in Green Bay, he was back to true form. They didn't want to re-sign him. We're going to pick him up. Obviously, at 81 overall, he still has some left to give. I mean, at 29, but we got him on a 1-year deal. Maybe he'll turn into somebody that we keep beyond just the 1 year that he's going to be here. But that's all up to the way that he performs. We'll go forward from there. Sam linebacker, we needed a backup there too. Well, we can actually still go for that, I guess. Corner, Jaquan McMillan. Let me see what his number is. Well, he is currently on the Broncos, and he wears 29. Yeah, we can still sign free agents, so I feel like we still got some stuff to do. We need a backup Sam linebacker, but we're just going to go really, really dirt cheap. All the decent guys have already been taken up. Will Kirkpatrick. Team-friendly, 2-year deal, $1 million. Got just enough to make that offer. All right, strong safety. Backup strong safety. Oh, we're already going after Quan Scott. Yeah, I forgot about that. But Will Kirkpatrick we did need. Okay. So last wave, going after Quan Scott and Will Kirkpatrick. It's our final free agents. And let's see, did we get them? We got Scott, and we did get Will Kirkpatrick. So we've got our depth taken care of. Let's go ahead and get through the private workouts. And now it is time to get ready for the draft. I feel like this is the draft where I've got to be smart about really trying to get an edge rusher, especially on the left end. Mock draft number 5 right here. Of course, we're not on the clock until the late 20s. Cameron Hill, corner out of Washington State. But Enrique Ruiz out of Michigan is not too far off. If he's there, I think Enrique would be a better idea. Especially to take care of that. I mean, we got Lucas Van Ness, but we need to get a young left edge rusher there. It's a little bit of a gamble, but we're going to go after Enrique Ruiz. It's our first-round pick. I said it's a good pick. It's not an excellent pick, though. Obviously, I would prefer it to be an excellent pick, but still, not bad. It's free safety, Dwayne Johnson. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. But in all seriousness, he looks pretty good. We're going to go with him. Kind of going BPA with this pick. It still says it's a good pick. A lot of QBs are available, but I don't really need those. Tevin Gibson has slipped a little bit out of Oklahoma State. He's a scheme fit guy, so I think he'd be a good fit for us. Oh my gosh, it's an F. Oh man. Botched the freaking third-round pick bad. This left tackle doesn't look too shabby. Robbie Tracy. We haven't drafted an offensive lineman, I feel like, in the last couple of drafts, so. Yeah, and this one's a bad pick. Terrell Rudd doesn't look too bad, but Ben Green is a scheme fit guy out of Harvard. Going to Harvard, he's got to be a smart guy. Got to be a decent pick. All right, at least it's an average pick. So far, this draft hasn't really been anything spectacular except for Ruiz, our first-round pick. With this right edge rusher, Cameron Peterson. Yeah, let's get another edge rusher. This time to go on the right side. It says it's an average pick, but you know what? I'll take it for it being a 7th-round, 6th-round pick. Joey Crunchfield out of Louisville doesn't look too shabby. He's got, well, no, that's a reach. He's got a potential undrafted label to him. Let's do a little bit of a safe pay. Let's get the highest rated guy on the board, J.D. Cummings of Ohio. Get some receiver depth for our last pick. Don't know what they rated that as. Check out the draft recap. So Enrique Ruiz was our first-round pick. He was a guy that I was kind of zeroing in on in the mock draft. He was available. 72 overall coming in as a rookie. That definitely, I'm hoping that this is a guy that may be ready to replace Micah. Donovan Ezeraku got up to an 85. We just couldn't afford him. But if he develops, hopefully he does, that'll be big for us out of Michigan. We selected Dwayne Johnson. No, not that Dwayne Johnson. A free safety out of Ohio State, 73 overall. This is the one that I really botched. A defensive tackle, Tevin Gibson, coming in, though, at a 59 overall. He's the lowest-rated player we drafted. Robbie Tracy, left tackle, 64 overall. We drafted a receiver, Ben Green, out of Harvard, 66 overall. Cameron Peterson, 67 overall, and a 66 J.D. Cummings. So we double-dipped at receiver. We double-dipped at the edge rushing position. Kind of really just went BPA with the roster, with the draft order. But I'm okay with that. So Green has number 80, Cummings. We're going to keep them with the numbers the way that they are. I mean, getting Robbie Tracy as depth is not the worst thing. Tyler Smith. Our offensive line is looking in pretty good shape for the first season under Deontay Wheeler, so looking forward to the start of that era. Enrique Ruiz, 9 points worse than Lucas Van Ness, but Van Ness is on a one-year deal. If he balls out this season, he has like double-digit sacks like he had in Green Bay last season, then, he had 7.5, but still. If he kind of gets back to form, maybe gets up to maybe the 80s and does pretty well, we'll consider extending him, giving him a new contract. But in the meantime, we also got Enrique Ruiz to be the guy for the future, our future Micah. Right edge rusher is still Peter Woods at 88 overall. Francisco, Cameron Peterson, 65. That's a weird number for him to wear. Let me see if I can give him something maybe in the 50s or something like that. Let's give him like 59. We got a lot of defensive tackles, but it means we got a lot of depth. Although we got a pretty significant drop-off from going from Wilkins to a 69 Eric to Foya. And we did draft Tevin Gibson, but he's the lowest rated guy on the depth chart at 59 overall. So not looking too good for him. Our linebacking core is starting to take better shape. We got an 85 Jacques. Thigpen is up to an 81 after 2 pretty solid seasons. And Josh Sanchez is ready to take over the reins for DeMarvion Overshown. He's ready to do it. And we got Quentin Durant backing him up. Our corners, a little bit light, but we got a veteran in Millen. And we got 2 young guys in Reed and Carradine, who we drafted a few years ago. And Ravel is actually up to an 85, so he's looking pretty good. Dwayne Johnson, 45 looks kind of like a weird number. Let me give him something maybe more in like the 30s or the 20s. Let's give him 37. I mean, Parrish has developed into a top safety for us, 93 overall from Minnesota. But Dwayne Johnson's solid backup to start at a 73 overall. Schultz, strong safety. Ricardo Jones, 85. Quan Scott's going to back him up. We still have Brandon Aubrey. We got Reinhard. We don't have a long snapper, so we actually got to take care of that. We can't really draft one, though. That's the problem. We're going to have to change somebody's position, so let's go ahead and do that, actually. This guy, Hardy, I'm going to change him to a long snapper. He's an offensive lineman. Offensive linemen can long snap. I'm pretty convinced they can. Don't know what his overall will be because of that, but it probably won't be that great. 51. He looks like Trevor Phillips from GTA 5. He really does. He looks like Trevor. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to test the audio. All right, so let's go ahead and advance to preseason week 1. I'm going to go ahead and sign a couple of other free agents to kind of fill out the roster because I want a third-string quarterback. Yeah. Let's see who's all out here. Justin Fields is out here at a 79 overall. Let's go ahead and sign Quinn Ewers to be a third-string QB. Let me see if there were other positions that maybe we need to get some more backups at. What about maybe a fullback in free agency that's like in the 70s? There's a few. Let me get Reggie Gilliam. All right. And because of that, we're already going to make a cut. Cunningham. Oh, it didn't cure a penalty, so we can't cut him. Oh, well. All right. Well, anyway, we got better at fullback. So I think that's really going to do it. All right. Yeah, that's going to do it for this live stream. Well, guys, we did finally break through the Minnesota Viking wall, and we won. But it was the end of the Dak Prescott era, and starting in 2030, the beginning of the new decade of the Dallas Cowboys is going to start with a new quarterback in Deontay Wheeler. Dak Prescott has decided to hang it up. He is retiring with only 3 playoff wins to his name. Wheeler has yet to take the field. What will his legacy be? Will he be as good as Dak? Will he be as good as Aikman or Staubach? Well, I'm excited to find out because I'll tell you what, looking at those overall ratings, Deontay Wheeler is just the beginning for him. As a rookie, he developed very well despite the fact that he wasn't playing. So he progressed very well. He's already up to an 85 overall. I'm hoping that this is finally going to be the year where we kind of take the leap into legitimate contenders. We still have plenty of weapons from the Dak Prescott era. Jeremiah Love is still here as our running back. We still have CD. We still have Pickens, and we still have Ferguson, and we still have, two of the 5 offensive linemen we started out this franchise with who've gotten better, and we've got, quite a few young players that we drafted on the offensive line that are starting to look better. Defensively, we're finally starting to get some better talent, especially at the linebacker position. Corners getting better, safeties getting better. I feel like we're going to get there pretty soon. But thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.